Hey, Chris Winters here, and off to the gym. Kind of a late night, been working really hard today. So, geez, I haven't eaten all day long, so I'm really hungry. It's about a 21-hour fast right now. But hey, I wanted to talk to you about two concepts that I actually started to really think about and express on a recent private webinar that I did. And I want to delve into that a little bit deeper on here because I think it's a really good thought. And that is, it's the concept of upward spirals towards abundance and strength versus downward spirals towards scarcity and weakness. And I want to kind of cover that from different angles here. I want to cover it from personal angles, from your own personal development, from a societal point of view, societies, and also from a business perspective on here. So I want to kind of attack it from different angles on here, and because my end goal here is not only kind of educate and share with you these concepts, but also, see, statistically speaking, the majority of you watching right now and the majority of people in the world are in a downward spiral, and very few are in an upward spiral. So right now I'm in Barcelona, and Barcelona, the city, is just filled with abundance, and it's almost an unlimited amount of abundance. Where did that abundance come from? Well, as far as Europe goes, it helps that they have beaches here. It helps that they have some of the best weather around, although right now it's kind of cold, but relatively speaking, it's very warm here. And of course they have the #1 sport in the world, especially Europe, is going to be football or soccer. And I don't think they have one of the best soccer teams in the world. So when you start combining stuff like really good weather, right? There's a spiral upwards. Beaches, there's another spiral upwards. One of the best, most entertaining football leagues in the world, arguably out there for you sports fans. It starts to attract people with money and wealth. So there's another spiral upwards. Those people with money and wealth come here, they like it. Some of them buy homes. Some of them move here. There's another upward spiral. They have higher tastes, so they demand more. They want to have higher education for their kids, highest quality, so there's higher enrollments of private schools. And the spiral goes up and up and up towards abundancy and strength. You could argue the same thing in New York City, one of the highest international hubs and money that transacts through that city than anywhere else in the world. Even after 9/11, it didn't destroy New York. It stayed just as strong, if not stronger. Hey, take someplace like, say, I don't know, I'm not going to name any cities specifically on here, I don't want to offend anybody, but you take places like a poor country, a poor city somewhere in the world. It doesn't have that kind of upward spiral, it's in a downward spiral. Maybe the downward spiral started with a war. They just never recovered. It kept going down. The war led to violence, drugs, gangs, higher corruption in the government, and a lot of kids at that point are going to be wed into families that maybe the father's not around, which is going to lead to more stress for the mom. And with more stress to the mother, she's going to pass that on to her unborn child in the form of what the cortisol levels go up. It's going to change the child's brain and development. When the kid grows up, probably not going to have the best school system because the infrastructures aren't there, the money's not there, the tax dollars aren't there to pay for it. It's just downward spiral, leading to a feeling of hopelessness, lack of jobs when they get out. It just keeps going downward and downward. Now, if something like a 9/11 happens in a city like I described, it can completely wipe it out. Okay, it doesn't lead to a strong base. Okay, so I was in my own downward spiral for basically until I was 41 years old, so my entire life. So how did my own personal downward spiral begin, and how did I get that long journey to get back up? I'll be honest with you, it's not easy. If you're in a downward spiral right now, and you can relate to the story I'm about to share with you, you need to do everything possible in order to turn that around and bring it back up, because you can start going down the downward spiral. It creates momentum. By the way, if you're wondering where I'm at now, I'm at my gym. It's actually more of a kind of a country club type place, and they have all kinds of tennis courts and matches here. My girls take tennis lessons here, and there's even a polo place down there, although we don't have any horses for us, right? Rough life. So anyways, so basically I was born into a single mother. She did the best she could to raise me. She was working 2 jobs. Rarely was she ever home. And we didn't live in the best of areas, so therefore we didn't have the best of schools. And there was drugs, and there were definitely gangs around there, which led to a lot of hopelessness for me. And when I came out of school, I almost dropped out, almost didn't graduate. I didn't have the best of friends. I didn't have the best of people hanging around. I didn't have the best of life and people around with me. So what did that lead to? That led to me leading to a lot of stuff like self-medicating with drugs and alcohol. And that continued until I was 41 years old. And I found myself jobless, homeless, and living in the back seat of my car. And that's a lot of downward spiral for many, many years. And a lot of people never recover from that. To be honest with you, sadly, it's very hard to, because that downward spiral creates a lot of momentum. You can't just change. There is an upward spiral, and it's not easy. It takes a lot of work to do that. And so where did my upward spiral begin? And where can yours begin, which I'll talk about here towards the end. It began when I entered a contest. It was a fitness and personal transformation contest by Bill Phillips. And my life, I always say, was started before and after I met Bill Phillips. And super grateful for him and his transformation community that he put together. Anyways, I entered that contest, and I entered that contest because I needed to change, but I also needed the money. There was some pretty good prize money there. Anyways, I ended up winning the contest. And when I won that contest, that was one little spiral upwards, but I had so many spirals pulling me downwards. I was in this state where I could go anywhere still. I could still go up, I could still go back down. And I started hanging around with people who were more, I don't know, enlightened, had better environments. They were on more of an upward spiral. And that helped kind of carry me up too. And I was gaining off of the little momentum that I'd gained when I'd won the transformation contest. And so that began my spiral up. And then here I am, that was in 2009. And here I am today, recording this in 2015, the end of November. And, I lead a life that a lot of people would be amazed by. We live in Barcelona, we live wherever we want to, we travel the world, my kids go to private schools, and I've taken that upward spiral and I've applied those lessons and stuff to my business. Anyways, so what can you do? What's some things you can do personally if you're on this downward spiral or your upward spiral is not fast enough? What can you do to really expand and grow that up? Well, there's a couple of things you can do, really simple things, but I got to warn you, it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy to break free from that. Once you're up there and you're strong, it's kind of like whenever you hear like millionaires, and they lose all their money, what do right away? 99.9% of them get that money right back. I feel the same way. If I lost everything tomorrow, my business knowledge, my business work ethic, my belief system of who I am would truly propel me back up in just a matter of months. I mean, it's taken me 41 years to get where I am right now, actually longer than that, but it would only take me literally a few more months to build back up. And that's important because I've gained that momentum and that strength, and that momentum and strength that only you can get with a constant upward spiral. It's kind of like New York. If 9/11 were to happen to me personally, I could get right back up on my feet and we'd still be running and going. So let's look at 3 things that you can do right away to make sure that you're on the upward spiral. Number 1 is you can just meditate. Meditate in the morning for like 5 minutes. That's all it takes, just 5 minutes. Now when you first do it, you're going to be all jittery and crazy. You're not going to be able to handle it, okay? But it'll get easier and easier with time. Now, do that. It'll really help out, because what we're doing there is we're training the mind to calm down. Right now we live in such a society where we're just all buzzed up, and we're just like years of instant gratification, and with like Facebook and Twitter and all these sensational shows, and no one wants to go deep on any topics. They just want to go sensational. You know, what are the celebrities doing today? Oh, the gossips. What are they doing? The celebrities are, you know, this, you know, Whitney Spears or whatever shaves her head, or some celebrity has a breakdown, and then we go, oh, they're having a breakdown, let's go check it out, and kind of, because it'll make us feel better instantly, because, you know, now we didn't break down like the celebrity did, right? So we're just kind of addicted to all of this kind of instant stimuli. So this will help calm the brain that for years has been buzzing and buzzing. This is looking for instant stimulation. It'll help calm you down. Immediately after that, start reading. Just take 20 minutes right after that. So just 5 minutes meditating, 20 minutes after that, just read. Start reading some good self-development books. And, you know, there's so many of them out there. That'll help also kind of calm the mind, also expose you to other incredible thoughts and ideas, and help kind of shape a new perspective of an upward spiral that you need to start to develop. So that's one thing. Very easy, every day, commit to it, non-negotiable. Number two, the foods we eat. The foods we eat encourage a downward spiral. Most of them are filled with sugar, wheat, gluten, foods that we're allergic to, and they keep us in that buzz state. So we're always looking for that instant gratification, and it'll take us on a little bit of a high, and then our energy level's down. So if you can start eating more whole, real foods, and again, this is going to be difficult. You're going to first try it, and you're going to be like, salads suck. Vegetables, I hate vegetables, right? You have to learn to renegotiate with your taste buds and relearn what real food tastes like, okay? Same with the meditation. It's going to be hard, and the reading, you're going to be all over the map. You know, I read somewhere that only 42% of all college graduates ever read a book again in their entire lives. Reading is just not something that we do, because it doesn't stimulate the brain the way our society and everything is training us to do. So, meditate, read, start eating better. And the other thing you want to do is you want to start exercising, feeling that body, getting in better shape there. That's the other thing that you want to do. It's really, really huge, very important to do. So if you just do those things and you start hanging around other people who are on an upward spiral, you can gain their momentum. You can start to encourage your own self-development, both physically as a being, mentally, and you can start to grow and really start to change your life, and this will be your upward spiral. It's not going to be easy. There are no push button things. Don't fall for it, because we all want to hear it, right? We all want to hear it. That's why people buy those pills. You know, take these pills and you'll lose weight. You'll lose 10 pounds. So it'll be like, we all know deep down inside they don't work, right? You just eat them, and you still eat your crappy food, but not as much, and you're all wired up, and your heart's palpitating. It's just not worth it. So take the long road, because you'll get there faster, right? You ever heard that before? So anyways, I'm going to sign out here. I'm at the gym. I need to work out so I can go home and eat. I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Chris Winters. Take care.